Well, I may have won the pole, but knowing my luck, it's not gonna end well. Even though I did qualify up into the top 10, I will have to drop to the rear for the start of the race. We were on a bit of a lightning hold before the race, but the green flag is out for the Xfinity Series here at Atlanta. Got bumped from behind by the 16. Red flag is out as there has been weather spotted in the area, so we'll have to be on hold for a little bit until things get cleared up. See, what did I tell you? Even though I qualify good, I can never seem to do well in these races. And I shall win the first stage. Well, that sucks that I had to spin all by myself. Tried to fill in a gap but failed to do so. Lost power for some reason. And I shall win the second stage. Well, at least I tried to make my way back up to the front. We have had a couple of other cautions, not for weather but for debris on the track, but with all that cleaned up we should be ready to go for the rest of the race. I've had a good car tonight that could have gotten me another win in Atlanta, but you know what? I've had fuel pressure issues and now here I am. What the heck happened? Well, how about that? After the spin I had earlier in the race, I go on to win the Xfinity race at Atlanta and the first time for Big Machine Racing to get a win with a full-time driver. Stupid Chris Wright avoided 2 wrecks earlier in the race and yet he decides to start wrecking towards the end after the checkered flag. But that doesn't matter. All that matters is that Nick Sanchez finally got his first Xfinity win with Big Machine Racing. Yes, congrats to Nick Sanchez on winning the Xfinity race at Atlanta and getting his first Xfinity win with Big Machine Racing. That was very well deserved after the team has come up short so many times before. And now for the doubleheader for the trucks at Lime Rock and the Cup Series at Atlanta, and we'll start off with the trucks from Lime Rock Park. Haha, well what do you know, it's looking to be Heim time here at Lime Rock Park. Of course it had to be Corey Heim out of all people to win at a new track for the Truck Series. If he wins this race, I'm probably gonna go ballistic. We are underway here for the Truck Series race at Lime Rock Park. Y'all better check your all watches cause it's Heim time as I'll win the first stage. Something tells me this is not gonna end well. Just put that kid up at Xfinity or Cup already, sheesh. I'm tired of seeing that guy win. Well, it's deja vu all over again. It's Heim time again as I'll win the second stage. The trucks are being stuffed on the track after the non-competitive pit stop so that way the crews can clean up a little bit of fluid on the front stretch. I think either the brakes or the steering failed on my truck as I was trying to make that turn but ended up going off course. Well, what do y'all know? It's Heim time. I've dominated this entire race and have won at Lime Rock Park. Yeah! Yes, I think we can all agree that this was just awful, like just an awful race to witness Corey Heim dominate the entirety of the race and just go on to win it. This is so frustrating. This is why I don't want to see that kid in trucks anymore. Just move him up already. Now I'm kind of glad that I didn't watch all of the truck race because that would have just been boring as heck to see Corey Heim out of all people just dominate the entire race. Still sucks that I had to witness him finishing first though. Well, let's just hope that tonight's Cup race from Atlanta will make up for what we had to witness in the Truck Series today. Well, would you look at that, I'm on the pole for the Quaker State 400 here in Atlanta. I have decided that I am going to sell my team Wickwell Racing to former co-owner from Spire Motorsports to make a 3-car team. But my team lended a charter from you guys so I can drive the 60 car. Will this mean that I won't have a ride next season? Yeah, plus we're not finished with that lawsuit that we have with you guys yet. This is gonna be one stressful off-season for me, and I'm sure that my son Cody won't be happy to hear this. And also, the race for tonight starts the in-season tournament bracket, which is kind of like NASCAR's version of March Madness. And this is also the race where TNT Sports will return to broadcasting, so looking forward to seeing how this plays out. The green flag's out and we're racing for the second time here for the Cup Series at Atlanta. Well, after a little bit of racing action into the race, we have stopped the cars on pit road and the red flag is out for a little bit of rain in the area, so we'll have to wait a little bit until this rain can get cleared up. That just all started with me getting loose coming off of turn 3 and just caused the wreck there. And with that, I shall win stage 1. Just pretty much caused the big one there. So much for being able to run up front. And in a thrill photo finish for the second stage, I shall get the nod over Chase Elliott. Perhaps this could be a preview of what we could see towards the end of the race at the checkered flag. These super speedway races have not been good to me. I freaking lost the car coming off of that turn. Come on, this has been a bad 2 weeks in a row. And just as Legacy was gonna have a good run tonight. Spun out on the front stretch and tried to get to pit road, but I couldn't. I was one of those cars who was pushing the others well, and now they're gonna have to figure it out on their own. Well, after all that chaos in the race and a little bit of a weather pause, I will go on to win for the second time here at my home track. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about! Well, congratulations to Chase Elliott on winning for the second time at his home track. This definitely makes up for the truck race we had earlier today at Lime Rock Park. Well, with all that being said, we're heading back to the streets of Chicago this weekend for 4th of July weekend for the Xfinity and Cup Series this year. So looking forward to seeing the Cups and Xfinity cars back on the streets of Chicago, and hopefully the weather will play in favor for us. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this race weekend recap, and we'll see you next weekend here at Chicago. Although I do want to see NASCAR bring back Chicagoland because that was some great racing on that track. Hopefully that could happen someday.